The most important word in the biggest movie of the year is written on a wall. VMAX. It's not a weapon. It's not a code name. It's half of the word vent max, stenciled on an air vent, and the rest of it wore off. That movie made $1.7 billion. Full spoilers from right now. The ending, the post-credits, all of it. Pause and go watch it. I'll be here still when you come back. 10 famous fan theories chased this movie for over a year. 9 of them are dead. 1 is still standing, and it's the one that decides whether Peter Parker ever gets his life back. I'll tell you which one at the end and whether I actually buy it. So, Affan reacts. This time, I brought a list. We start in the graveyard, because the graveyard is, well, funnier. For over a year, the internet was sure the villain was going to be Venom. The symbiote had been teased, the pieces fit, and everybody agreed. The symbiote is not in this movie. Not a shot, not a puddle, not even a strand of black goo. Then it was Mr. Negative, because somebody photographed a slightly demonic logo on set and he isn't in it. Then it was the Jackal, because the film visits Empire State University, which is where the Jackal teaches in the comics. Also, not in it. Then it was Daredevil, because Daredevil is legally required to be in everything now, and he doesn't show up either. So, you get 2 Mayor Fisk posters and a lawyer named Sheila Rivera, and you will take that and you will say thank you. 4 theories, 4 graves. It's going to be a long video for those people. And then there's one they nailed. Sadie Sink got cast in this thing, and Marvel refused to say who she was going to be playing for more than a year, so people guessed Black Cat, people guessed Mary Jane, and people built whole channels on it. She's Jean Grey. She was always Jean Grey, and the correct answer was the boring one, which is the answer nobody ever believes. Alright, now the good stuff. Things that were on the screen the whole time and went right past you. That opening montage where Spider-Man beats up a rotating cast of nobodies, those aren't random shots, because several of them recreate real comic book covers, frame for frame. Amazing Fantasy issue 15, Amazing Spider-Man issue 134 for the Tarantula's first appearance, plus 345 for Boomerang, and number 221 for Ramrod. A Marvel movie opened with a slideshow of homework and nobody clocked it. Well, almost nobody. Tombstone shows up in live action for the first time ever and gets about 9 seconds. Ned also builds a Spider-Man tracker that plays the 1960s cartoon theme song, and I need you to remember that because it ends the movie. Okay, back up. I skipped the vent. VMAX, the thing the entire plot hangs on. Jean's sister, Sarah, dies inside a damage control facility, and the last thing she pushes into Jean's head is VMAX. So Jean spends the movie hopping through people's bodies, hunting for it. It's a vent. The label says Vent Max because Sarah was staring at an air vent when she died and the front of the word had worn off the sticker. Jean isn't chasing a secret at all. She's chasing the last thing her sister happened to be looking at, and that's a genuinely great piece of writing that I'm mad I didn't catch live. Also, in Stranger Things, Sadie Sink plays a character who is called Max, and she is looking for Max. VMAX in this one. So yeah, that's a thing that happens. Anyways, I know it's dumb. Let's move on. Wait, look at who runs damage control, because his name is Bill Metzger. In the comics, Metzger isn't a bureaucrat. He's an anti-mutant activist. So Marvel welded a mutant hater's name onto the agency that confiscates superhuman tech, then had that agency torture a teenage telepath in a basement to see what she could do, because obviously, that's not an Easter egg, that's a road sign with a light on it. And Bruce Banner is in this. Bruce Banner, a man with a documented history of turning green and flattening city blocks, took a teaching job at a college. Let that one Sadie sink in. He's on an inhibitor, keeping the Hulk down and lecturing the undergrads, and one of them asks why Thanos didn't just use the Infinity Gauntlet to make more food, which is the most Reddit sentence ever spoken in a Marvel film. Then Jean gets into his head, and Banner's line as it starts is, "Not again," because the last time somebody rearranged his brain from the inside, it was Wanda in 2015, if you remember. He ends the movie in an ambulance asking asking a paramedic if he hurt anybody, and that's the scariest scene in a $1.7 billion blockbuster. A guy in a blanket asking a question. Quick round, stuff that took me 3 watches. And no, I'm not talking about the ones on my wrist. The coffee cup from the donut shop in No Way Home is still sitting on Peter's desk, and MJ still has the Black Dahlia pendant. Tony Stark's paper bag turns up in a dream with "This belongs to you, TS" on it. Frank Castle's hideout is a boat called Golden Girl, straight out of Gary Conway's comics run. And the police board hunting Spider-Man lists 2 suspects, Roger Harrington and Flash Thompson. Plus the theory, could he be British? Somebody waited 9 years to put a joke in a movie. Patience. Well done. Since No Way Home, nobody on Earth remembers Peter Parker. Strangest spell? No take-backs, 5 years of a guy eating dinner alone. Then, in the last 5 minutes, Peter walked into a bodega, sees Ned, and introduces himself like a stranger. Ned's polite, and Ned has no clue. Then Peter starts their handshake from high school, and Ned's hand finishes before Ned looks up and says, "Peter?" The spell just cracked on a handshake. So which is it? There are 3 readings, and the internet is at war over all of them. 1. The spell is decaying because 5 years is a long time magic runs down, and Ned is the first leak in the dam. 2. The spell was never built for this. It erased a face and a name, and it couldn't erase what Ned's hand already knew. That's a beautiful idea, and it also means Doctor Strange got beaten by muscle memory. 3. Jean did it, since she'd already been inside half of Manhattan that week with Peter included. Pause. And a telepath nudging one door open is not a stretch. The people who made this movie have been asked over and over and have said almost nothing on purpose, really. That's not shyness, that's a rope they plan to pull. Meanwhile, MJ gets the worst version of the night. She finds out who he is, and then she tells him she doesn't love him that way anymore because 5 years is 5 years and she has a boyfriend now, so get out, basically. Except the credits never give that boyfriend a name. He's credited as the boyfriend. So half of the internet decided he's Paul from the comics, and the actor Iman Esfandi went on record with the best denial of the year. "I'm not. Never have been and never will be Paul." The other half says Harry Osborn, which would be an expensive way to hide a bomb in plain sight. Neither is confirmed, so add 2 more graves and check back in about 3 years. Now, the part almost nobody's talking about. This isn't a Spider-Man movie. It's an X-Men movie wearing the suit. Look at how this world meets its first public mutant. Not a guy with claws and not somebody who punches a building over, but a teenage girl who gets inside your body and drives it. She makes MJ kiss Spider-Man against her will, and she freezes a whole section of Manhattan while every person she froze remembers all of it. And that's the switch nobody flipped on purpose until now. Every hero in this universe has broken your city, but she broke your consent. Those are not the same fear, and the second one does not wash off. So when the X-Men finally show up and the entire planet is already scared of them, that isn't lazy writing, that's this movie. They built the reason first. Jean ends the film on a bus heading upstate. Upstate is where a certain school for gifted youngsters sits, because obviously. So the theory, still standing, it's the spell. Ned remembered, which means the wall isn't solid, and the day that wall goes, Peter Parker gets a life back. MJ happy, all of it. That's the real promise buried in the title, because it isn't a brand new day for the studio, it's a brand new day for one guy who's been eating alone for 5 years now. My call, it's decaying. Ned was the crack, and Marvel is going to spend an entire movie on it. Oh, and the last shot, Ned's tracker, the one that plays the cartoon theme, is still pinging. And it shows Peter going up, past the city, past the moon. Somebody took Spider-Man off the planet, and then the movie just ends. So yeah, you held on for 9 minutes or so about a vent sticker, and even longer than that in the theaters. Affan reacts, and I have not recovered yet, which is why I'm still sitting here talking about this godforsaken movie. Drop a like if you missed the Vent Max thing too, and be honest, tell me in the comments which handshake reading you're on, decaying spell, muscle memory, or Jean did it. It was her. And subscribe, because up next we're going to be doing something in the Marvel Universe probably. Avengers Doomsday is right around the corner, so it could be that or some other brilliant movie that you'd like me to do. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll get on it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys then. Until then, have a nice